Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Richard Mabey Presents. Today I'm going to finish up trimming up the oak tree. I didn't get to finish it up yesterday, do everything yesterday, so I'm going to finish up the oak tree today. So I brought a bit of tea here. I'm learning how to work the camera a little bit. Bring a cup of tea here. And I've got my last package of peanut butter crackers. I'm learning how to do this now. My last package of peanut butter crackers. I give you four crackers. So I might have a couple crackers and a couple sips of tea, about another hour and a half or so. It makes a nice little break. I found something interesting. I was going through my desk drawer last night and I found this old Boy Scout patch, camporee patch from the spring of 1977. And I'm learning how to do this. This is interesting. So I'm going to go over that right now. It's a highly collectible Scout patch. And it's the only one I have. And I'm going to review, for those who collect Scout patches, or even patches in general, what makes a patch a collectible and what makes it highly valuable. And I'll do that in one moment. So here's the patch I found last night going through my desk drawer. And there are a number of things that make it a valuable patch. First of all, it's from 1977, so it's over 40 years old. That's a key factor, age. The second factor is condition. I would put this as not near mint. It has some flaws, tiny flaws. But I would put this as near mint condition, maybe very fine near mint. Now, the other factor that makes it valuable is that this was a one-of-a-kind patch. A lot of times in the Boonton District, they used stock patches from a catalog. But I happen to know that this was a one-of-a-kind, and one of the Scout leaders designed this. I believe this was designed by Jack Floyd, who was our Assistant Scoutmaster of Boy Scout Troop 170. The other thing that makes it valuable, very, very valuable, is that nowhere on the patch is the Boy Scout emblem on it or the three letters BSA. So when that is forgotten, that really shoots the value of the patch. The other thing that makes it more valuable is that it's a triangular patch, and there were very, very few triangular patches made by the Boonton District for their events. Now, there were a few of the older patches were triangular, but right here on the top, what they would do, they'd have a little button hole added on here that you could button it onto your Scout shirt. But this was one. The ones that required you to sew them on to your Scout uniform and were triangular. I think that this may well be the only camporee patch that was triangular. I'm trying to think of some of the other factors here. But all in all, it's hard to find Boonton District patches on eBay. They're not as plentiful as they were maybe about 10 years ago. It seemed like you could put on eBay Boonton District, Boy Scouts of America, Boonton District, and you'd have maybe hundreds of patches, and it's not the case anymore. I don't think people are. I think eBay may have reached its climax about 5 years ago. I don't think people use eBay as much as they once did. All right, now I'm going to bring my ladder outside and my tools. I'm getting my ladder now. One of the things I wanted to point out is I keep my poncho hung over on my cart, because what happened was when I folded it, I folded it up nice, and the ink here went on over here, so I don't want it to get any worse than it is. So I keep it like that. Plus, it's handy when yesterday I was working on the tree and it rained, and I threw the poncho on, so it's all dry now. But I like to keep it there, and it gives me that Disney feeling, when I'm out in the garage here and around the yard working. I see it. It brings a little joy to my heart. All right, I'm going to bring the tools out. So I've got my ladder set up here. I've got my tools. And then I come over here. This is so disheartening. I mean, I don't mean to every little thing, but look, it's like every day, between here and the length of my yard here, inevitably every day there's some garbage, or the dog did their business and they didn't pick it up, and I don't get it. I'm eating a candy bar. Oh, I'm done with the candy bar. I'm not going to put the wrapper in my pocket. Let me just throw the wrapper on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just throw the wrapper on the ground. So I'll pick that up. Drives me nuts. One of the things I have to do later, maybe in a half hour or so, I have to get another water. I drank all the water yesterday, and I always keep the empty water bottle there, because then it reminds me that I have to get another water bottle. And I got to get my scissors and things like that. Today, right now rather, I'm going to focus on this branch here. It's rather low to the ground. And this connects up here. Now that's the one I cut yesterday. So I have to trim all up here. This is all low, and this is low. So I get my ladder and get right on it. Well, I got another water, and also I got a cup of tea. I'll have it later. What I do here is I close the top up there, and I got the lid on, and I close up the top, and this way I put it up here, right there. It fits perfectly, and then I don't have to worry about any bugs getting in, because I've covered up the top pretty good, and I got the water here, and I'm all set. So I'm gonna get these branches right here. Oh, a nice little breeze too on the top rung of the ladder, and I just thought I'd share the view of the tree from the top rung of the ladder. It's really something to see when you're only a few feet, maybe about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet in the air, but it's such a different view. It reminds me of when I was a boy. I must have built a dozen tree forts when I was a kid. And the main one I had in my backyard, it had 3 tiers to it, 3 levels. And it was really wonderful. You'd read a comic book up there in the tree, and the squirrels would scurry around you, and the birds would be flying around you, and reading a Batman comic book on a summer's day. It's just great memories, great memories. Well, I got to get back to work. So I've opened this up quite a bit here, and just did a lot of trimming here. Going along here. Of course, there's that Snickers wrapper. I'll pick that up later. That drives me nuts. They can't put it in their pocket, you know. They got to throw it on someone's yard. Let's see, going along here. Clipped quite a bit here. And I'm opening it up. Opening up quite nicely here. There's no place beneath this entire oak tree where you have to duck, and that was my goal. It all looks like, and the stop sign is good. So as I come here, and I just miss it here. So I love this part of the tree. The architecture right here is just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful tree. Beautiful, beautiful tree. I got my water. I think I'll take a sip of water. I'm up on the top rung of the ladder here, and take a sip of tree. I'm assessing whether to cut some of the larger branches here. I keep my cup of tea right there, and I'm going to assess these branches. There's my bedroom window right there, and this is a powerful limb right here, and I really do not want to cut this limb at all. Just first of all, the beauty of the tree. I do want to take off some of these dead branches, these dead twig branches. It's a beautiful limb, beautiful, powerful limb of the tree. I always get I have to try not to get oh, there's a whole parade coming here. I'm gonna get my tea here and have a cup of tea here. So I'm at the top of my step ladder here, and I'm gonna have a cup of tea here. Oh, I'll tell you, you kind of appreciate a little sip of tea in the midst of trimming your tree here. Take one more sip here. I'll tell you, I'm gonna close up. Oh, my top just broke. I can't. Oh, you're not gonna look at. My top just broke. Snapped off. Oh, what a bummer. Fell to the ground, but I'll get that and put that right on top, because I don't want all the bugs to rest it right there for the time being. All the bugs get in there and everything else. Oh man, nothing like being on high atop a tree. It's just a great feeling. It's just a great feeling. All right, I got to gather up my branches, and then I think I might cut them into smaller pieces and tie them up. I found the top on the ground, and I can just put that in there like that. It was kind of nice when this connected. Now I have to take this off and put it in my shirt pocket. It's kind of tough when you're on top of a ladder, but I'll have to make do. All right, I'm going to gather up my fallen branches and twigs and put them in one stack. Well, I've got all the branches in a pile stacked up. I'm thinking I might tie them all up, maybe break them up into smaller pieces, I'm not sure. But I hate to put them on the curb without tying them. It really bothers me to do that. I gotta see if I can find some string. What I'm going to do is these thicker limbs, the bigger branches, I'm going to cut them up, I guess maybe into about lengths of about 3 feet, take all the smaller branches off and tie them up. You know, this way the fellows that come to collect the branches and leaves and that kind of thing, you know, they don't, I mean, it's a lot easier for them if you tie it up. So I don't have much string. This is all the string I have. But I had a big ball of string. I cannot find it. I got my cool Charlie Brown Peanuts quilt there. This way I don't ruin the folding table. But I figure I'll do this for maybe an hour or so and then take a break for lunch. So what I'm doing is trimming off, here's where they fell to the ground, trimming off the twigs, and then I'm going to cut these big branches into, I don't know, about 3-foot segments. It'll make it easier for the men to pick it up. You know, I mean, why just throw it on the curb? One big, you know, this huge, humongous branch. You know, be a wise guy, throw it on the curb, but it'd be nicer to have them, you know, 3-foot segments, all tied up nice. I do have to buy more string though. I don't have a whole lot of string. I'm using the ladder for a support, and I'm cutting this branch here so that this branch here will be by itself, and I'll get them all about this length, you know, free of all the extra twigs and branches, and I'll tie them up for the fellows. I mean, it's the least I can do. Well, folks, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to go inside, have a little lunch, and then come outside and clean up. I'm pretty much got the tree done. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and if you would, smash the like button, and also you know, please do subscribe. So until my next vlog, take good care.